Out here today in the evening time. It's a little bit cooler. It was 95 today, and that is really hot for October. And so I just wanted to wait till it was a little bit cooler to come outside and do this, since I'm on a lot of concrete. But this area is pretty big. People would love to come here and do that. That's like probably a quarter mile down that way. Pretty good concrete, not a lot of trash on the ground. Not a lot of rocks. If they are, they're really small, but the joints are pretty smooth, so this is a pretty good place to do this. I brought my leaf blower just to go over it real quick and blow off any rocks, garbage, leaves, junk on the ground, make it a little bit smoother. Vortex Traxxas Corvette body. It's pretty much stock. I did put the front sway bars on. I didn't put the rears. Just ran out of time. We're going to run this. It's on 2S, 6,000 milliamp, 120C battery. So we're going to see what the top speed is. And to find out my top speed, got my draggy from my car. This is a little professional draggy device that's GPS, and I'm going to put it on the car and then measure it. And we're going to see how fast I'm going. It's on the stock gearing on the battery that I just described. Also too, brought my heat gun because I think my motor is getting maybe over 160 degrees, 150, 160. Past that and it's not good. It's going to damage the motor. So I brought this to monitor that. After the run, multiple cameras, we're set. I just got 2 buckets for now. I'll put these down, just use these as corner markers. We're gonna measure the motor temp real quick. It doesn't take long. .153. Motor was 153. ESC is 136. It cools down fast, so it's probably close to 160 because I had to take it over here, put it on here, take the body clips off, take the body off, and 160 is safe for the motor, but not much higher than that. Now I'm going to run the car without the body on it, just because I'm running out of daylight, and it should run a lot cooler. It'd be really nice if Traxxas put some vents in the body that directed it towards the motor and the ESC. I see that that helps out a lot when running my off-road vehicles, off-road electric vehicles, and gas-powered motor RC vehicles, having big cuts in the windshield and vents front and rear to allow the air to go in and to escape. Alright, it's getting dark now, and the battery's kind of dying down like lipos do towards the end. I don't know if I'm going to go 3S or not. Not super interested in going 70 miles an hour. It's a handful at 35, 40, 50. $158. ESC 119. Body on the second time that I was running it without the body. This little Vortex seemed to handle a little sharper. It turned in a fair amount quicker, noticeably quicker. It was a little bit more agile, but then it felt better. It felt a little faster and a little quicker. And this body is very, very light. This body is minimally almost nothing in weight. So, I mean, yes, it adds a little bit of weight, but that shouldn't change the handling and the turning in. But it did make it a little bit more twitchy. And the only thing that I can say that probably is due is because of the downforce of the wind on the nose of this Corvette body and the windshield, and maybe this little bit of this rear wing put a little more downforce on it so that it was a little more steady. I didn't play with my TQI or the system that's in here that keeps that more from getting sketchy. You can turn it up too much and it gets really, really twitchy. I mean, I don't know what that's about. That's a sketchy button right there. The management of the gyro in there, I'm not real sure I'm set on that, but it handled a little bit better without the body is what I'm coming away with, but definitely runs the motor and the ESC run cooler. Another day, I went to the Traxxas headquarters where they have a shop there, and I learned today that they don't do any of the manufacturing of these Traxxas cars there. That big, huge Plano, Allen, Frisco corporate headquarters, just offices and stuff. And he was like, man, the size of this is basically a warehouse in the back. It's massive. It's like a college campus. He was like, it's all the inventory that we have to keep on stock, and that's why it's so huge. So they don't actually, they may design some of this stuff there, but all this stuff is manufactured over likely in Taiwan or China, just FYI. But I was there today in the area doing some work. I went in there and I finally decided, yep, I needed to do the Bluetooth wireless module to my phone. I'm going to go into that in more detail. That is a pretty big advantage. And had the guy explained it to me and everything. And he was really cool, and he installed it and he talked to me and spent probably 45 minutes, 30 minutes with me. So that's pretty cool. And I mean, shout out to, Traxxas corporate office there where they have a little shop with all these Traxxas vehicles for sale and parts galore. Everything is very easily and readily available, and that's probably another reason why these are so popular. It's easy to get parts. Every hobby store has goobles and gobbles of parts, and they're not terribly expensive. But unfortunately, Traxxas builds these and puts them out, and then puts all these things that you need to be able to tune it. They leave off, and this Bluetooth should have come in the vehicle. It's $35. I had to spend another, that $35. Also, too, I got the links to add to the rear wheels to firm those up and make them where they're not so floppy. And I got to get the screws. So those are $3 for the additional screws, and $10 or $11 for the links. Got those, and then $35. So that came up to about $53. So now I got about $480 into this vehicle, which is okay. I'm not spending any more. If I needed to get a better vehicle or a better quality vehicle, or I needed something specifically, to engineer better, then I should not have gotten a Traxxas. It was just easy to get this. Parts are available, and again, that's why I got this vehicle. And I'm just a basic, have fun, maybe one time a week, once or twice a week, run it and just have fun, just personal fun, and that's why I went ahead and got the Traxxas. It's unfortunate that you got to buy all these extra things so that you can actually properly tune it, but again, the guy explained everything to me, and I got it home, or I got it to where I was, and I played around with things, and I got the vehicle running a lot better with the brakes, the steering. I got it to turn a lot sharper. I toned some things down so it doesn't spin out as easy. It's just more manageable, and overall this was a must-needed purchase that you need to get, and should have been designed in the controller with some different dials that you should have been able to control it, because that menu is a joke. But overall, I'm happy with the experience. The guy was really, really nice there. There were 3 gentlemen working there. They all seemed very, very helpful. People bringing in their Traxxas products and getting everything worked on, and that's another benefit. I mean, you take your vehicle in there, and they will work on it, disassemble it, add things for you, and that's what he did with me. My person that was helping me added that for me. Loaded the app on my phone and made sure everything was working, and it's just really, really nice. So the tie rods there to the back, and if you can see, it really did firm up the wheels. There's always going to be a little bit of play in the Traxxas products with the bearing, some bearing gap, you know, and the plastic is more flexible. But adding these links right here definitely shored up the wobble and the movement on the rear wheel. There's a little bit of movement, but not nearly as much. I'm very, very happy with that. For $10 or $11, the model number for the screws was $25.93. The links are here in this package like this. There's 3 different links that you need, that you can get for different parts of the cars. The guy that helped me with this, he had these at home, and he was like, this is the exact one you need. So I went with what he said, and the part number is 8348. I put a little bit more money in this than what I wanted. I'm close to, you know, about $10 or $15 away from $500. A lot of money, and more money, you know, than I should be spending on stuff like this, especially with our economy the way it is, and elections coming up, which we don't know how things are going to go. I ran it today, and it handles a lot better. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put, I've been doing this for like 35 years. I've got all kinds of stuff that I have collected over the years that I've kept, even though I haven't been doing the hobby straight through all that time. I've got different weights of silicone oil, grease that I'm going to add to the front and rear sealed discs. I can't remember if the center one is sealed or not, but I'm going to add probably, you know, about 30,000 of the rear, 15,000 of the front, and maybe 5,000 if I can do the center, and that should help it to turn better. I definitely tweaked on my app and got the vehicle to turn a much tighter radius without it binding up or sounding like it was stressed. So definitely worth it, and adjusting the throttle and all the parameters. So that's it. Another new day. I'm out here to run the Fortec Corvette body on there, and I installed the front and rear sway bar kit. Comes with 3 different thicknesses, and so I'm again using the middle one. But I didn't put my diff fluid in just yet. I wanted to come and do some quick runs and test what it ran like with the front and the rear sway bar installed. So here we go. I've only run my car 3 times. It's wearing the tires out, so by the 4th time I will have slick tires, no tread on the Traxxas tires that came on this vehicle, little RC vehicle. So I mean, you run it about 5, 6 times, and you need new tires. New tires, front and rear, for the this vehicle is $45. So, you know, if you do this a couple times every month, then you might have to buy new tires every couple of months. Interesting. All right, so my conclusion today from running the car is that it handles a lot better with the front and rear sway bars. I don't think I changed anything else. I did a little bit of alignment on the wheels, and man, I think it handles a lot better today, definitely. So the sway bars, like I say, definitely help, and maybe it had something to do with the tuning with the Bluetooth module that I put in, because I tuned those parameters a lot too, and maybe I'll pull up those and do a screenshot and show you what I have those set on. But overall, pretty good time out running. Ran it 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more, full out throttle, hard on the brake, full out throttle, hard on the brake 40 times. So it did get a little warm. I think 170 is approaching that 180 mark, and it might have been 180 before I brought it over here and wasted about 3 or 4 minutes and got that temp gun on it. So it's probably in the 180 range, and maybe my ESC went into protection mode too right there at the end. I don't know if it was low voltage cutoff, or which it likely was, but because it was blinking red. Yeah, and then I couldn't turn the ESC off without unplugging the battery. But there you go.